Picture yourself half a decade down the road. You're either thinking, I actually did it, I completely changed everything, or you're stuck thinking, wait, how am I still here? And here's the kicker. It hinges on a single decision, not some guru's course, not manifesting, not that habit tracker you bought and forgot existed. I'm talking about something so ridiculously straightforward it almost seems too easy. But stick with me, because this decision separates the people who evolve from the people who just exist. You're about to spend the most valuable 9 minutes of your day with me. Every single time you slap that snooze button, you're not just stealing a few extra minutes of sleep, you're robbing your own potential. Here's the thing. Research proves your mind operates at peak performance during the first 90 minutes you're awake. It's like having superpowers and choosing to waste them, arguing with trolls on Twitter, or browsing through smart home gadgets you absolutely will never use. Meanwhile, the successful people you look up to, they're not built different. They're not doing sunrise yoga on cliffs somewhere. They're just conscious. They're not awake before dawn because alarm clocks bring them joy. They do it because those early hours are like gold. 0 interruptions, 0 pings, 0 kids launching themselves off furniture. Just raw, undiluted mental clarity. This isn't about loving mornings. It's about not squandering your sharpest hours on endless TikTok loops. There's a massive gap between those two things. And that gap, 5 years from now, it's either everything you dreamed about or just another cycle of maybe next year. But hold on. What if mornings and I are sworn enemies? Perfect. Because I'm not here to shove inspirational quotes down your throat while screaming rise and grind like some discount fitness influencer. I'm not trying to guilt you into anything. I'm here to show you a real advantage, the type that actually changes outcomes. Because if you can just own 1 single hour when you wake up, you'll have a mental edge over the 95% of humans who immediately reach for their phones, spiral into social media, and then can't figure out why anxiety follows them all day. Here's what's actually happening. That first hour after your eyes open, it's not just morning, it's your mental springboard. Your dopamine levels are naturally elevated, which is your brain's go juice. Your cortisol is climbing just enough to transform you from sleepy blob into functioning human. And if you actually harness that biochemical sweet spot instead of burning it on garbage content, you tap into what neuroscientists call enhanced neuroplasticity. Translation, your brain is like wet clay. Whatever you imprint on it now sticks hard. Wasted on Twitter beef? You're training distraction. Use it to plan, create, move, or learn something meaningful. You're building real momentum. The kind that compounds. The kind that changes trajectories. And that single, underwhelming-looking hour multiplies into thousands across the next 5 years. Thousands of hours while everyone else is still hunting for matching socks. Okay, but what exactly should I be doing before sunrise? Don't worry, I'm not leaving you stranded like those abandoned planners collecting dust under your bed. Here's the morning protocol that'll make future you want to fist pump present you, and maybe even upgrade that car. First, hydrate. Drink water like your entire future rides on it, because honestly, it does. Your brain's been running all night processing dreams about being late to school in your underwear or whatever weird thing happened. Rehydrate immediately. Second, activate your body. Do some stretches, take a walk, bang out 10 push-ups while contemplating your life choices. The existential crisis? That's just character development. Third, identify one target. Just one. Not a novel-length list of everything you'll accomplish, not a vision board dissertation. One specific goal. Precision matters. Knock down one domino today, and tomorrow's already smoother. Fourth, absorb knowledge. Read 5 pages of something substantial, watch an educational video, or queue up a podcast that isn't just two guys screaming about crypto scams or exotic animal investments. Feed your brain quality fuel. Fifth, defend this time. This hour is a fortress. No scrolling, no messages, no checking work emails. You're the bodyguard, and your attention is what you're protecting. Nobody gets access until you're finished. Why does this matter so much? Because this transcends mornings. It's about transformation. It's about the person you're sculpting when the world isn't looking. Every time you force yourself awake and move with purpose, even when every fiber of your being wants to stay horizontal, you're choosing your future self, not with promises, with proof. You're choosing the version of you that's sharp, consistent, reliable, self-respecting. Not the version that almost started, not the version that talks big about transformation before getting lost in a 3-hour deep dive about conspiracy theories. The version that actually constructs the existence they keep describing. Run the numbers. 1 focused hour daily equals 365 hours annually. That's literally 15 complete days. Over 2 straight weeks of uninterrupted personal development. Not scattered across random Saturday mornings, not squeezed into occasional bursts of motivation, consistent, powerful, accumulated. String that across 5 years, and you've essentially earned an advanced degree in yourself. While the masses are debating reality TV plot twists and consuming whatever trend is viral this week, you're constructing an entirely different reality. Tiny changes create enormous results. And this tiny change, the one unlocking everything you say you're after, it's not hidden behind some overpriced masterclass. It's not buried in motivational content. It's sitting on your nightstand. You won't notice anything tomorrow, probably won't even notice next week, but commit to 90 days. 3 months of honoring promises to yourself when nobody's checking. And eventually, you'll catch your reflection and realize, wait, I'm actually becoming that person. You'll recognize someone who architects their own future, someone who commands their schedule, someone who stopped waiting for permission to start living. But sure, you could always choose differently. Keep sacrificing your best mental hours to algorithms and giving your dreams whatever energy remains. You can watch another 12 months evaporate while you observe others living what you keep describing in your head. Here's what nobody wants to admit. The next 5 years are happening regardless. Your choice or no choice. The real question is whether you'll be the architect or the spectator. Will you build it or just watch highlights of people who did? If you're ready to own your mornings and transform this decade, hit that like button like it personally wronged you. You know you've been tempted. Drop a 5 in the comments if you're actually setting that alarm for 5 a.m. tomorrow because you're finished making excuses and you're finished waiting. The power is completely yours. But here's my final thought. Don't sleep on this decision, because if you do, you're not just losing 9 minutes, you're surrendering years that could reshape everything. So what's it going to be?